All right, so you ready to dive into some sport bikes?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, great. So today we are going to be looking at the 2024 Yamaha R3.
Sounds good.
And we have got a ton of information here. So we've got reviews,
Okay.
we've got comparisons, we've got the works,
All right.
and we're going to try to break it all down for you today.
Sounds good.
See if this is the bike that'll get you out on the open road.
Right.
I mean, who wouldn't want MotoGP-inspired design
Yeah,
at a price that won't make you sell a kidney?
you got that right.
And plus, it's got this sweet spot of performance that works for both new
Yeah,
and experienced riders.
that's a good selling point, I think.
Yeah. Always intriguing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's always been kind of their thing.
Yeah.
No.
So before we even get into the nitty-gritty, what is it about this bike
Yeah.
that makes it so great?
Yeah. So, it came out in 2015,
Okay.
and they were really going for that spot between like smaller commuter bikes
Yeah.
and the bigger super bikes.
Right.
And it really took off, I think, because of, the style
Yeah.
and the performance you get for the price.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
It's hard to beat that.
Yeah. And now they're trying to take it to the next level
Huh?
with this 2024 model.
Right.
So hit me with some specs. What are we looking at here?
Okay, so for this model, we've got a 321cc
Okay.
liquid-cooled parallel twin engine,
Yeah.
42 HP,
Okay.
all packed into a lightweight frame at 169 kilograms.
Okay. So those are some numbers.
Yeah.
But like, what does that mean for the actual rider?
Yeah, so like imagine you're stopped at a light, heart's pounding,
Yeah.
you're ready to go,
Yeah.
you hit that green light, you twist the throttle,
Yeah.
and that parallel twin engine, it just gives you this smooth surge of power,
Yeah.
There's no like crazy takeoff.
Right.
It's just pure acceleration.
Okay.
It's great.
So you mentioned the parallel twin.
Yeah.
Is that something special about this bike?
Yeah, it's, partly for efficiency.
But it also gives it a unique feel.
Okay.
You get like punchy low-end torque, which is good for the city,
Yeah.
but it also loves to rev, so you can get that sporty thrill.
Okay, cool. So we've got power. But what about handling?
Yes.
Because the articles mention some pretty advanced suspension.
Yeah, so they've got KYB inverted forks
Okay.
on the front, and these are designed for like superior damping and responsiveness.
Okay.
So you really feel connected to the road, especially when you're, leaning into a curve.
Yeah.
Think of it like those shock absorbers on a high performance car.
Okay.
It just keeps everything stable
Okay.
so you can push harder.
All right. So I'm picturing myself like carving up those mountain roads right now.
Yeah.
But speaking of looks, you got to admit this is a good-looking bike.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like that MotoGP-inspired design is serious.
Yeah, and it's not just for looks either,
Okay.
All those sleek fairings.
Yeah.
They actually reduce drag at higher speeds. So you get like better stability, fuel efficiency.
Yeah.
And then you've got those LED headlights and taillights.
Yeah. They look cool.
Yeah, they look awesome, but they also, make sure you're seen.
Right. Safety first.
Exactly.
And Yamaha did not skimp on the tech either,
No.
because we've got a digital instrument cluster that looks like a spaceship.
It's very cool.
We've got standard ABS for safety,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like an optional quick shifter.
Yeah, the quick shifter is cool. It lets you upshift without the clutch.
Wow.
So it makes gear changes super fast and smooth.
Nice.
Good for track days.
Okay, so we have a pretty good feel for the R3 itself now,
Yeah.
but how does it compare to the competition?
Right.
All those other sport bikes trying to get our attention.
Right.
We're talking about the Kawasaki Ninja 400,
Mm-hmm.
the KTM RC390,
Yeah.
even the Honda CBR 500R. Big name.
Yeah, they're all good bikes.
So, like, what sets the R3 apart?
Well, it's kind of in the sweet spot, price and performance-wise.
Okay.
So it's a little easier on the wallet than the Ninja 400,
Okay.
which has got more power, but it's heavier.
Yeah.
Then you've got the KTM RC390,
Yeah.
which is known for its handling,
Okay.
but it's not as comfy for longer rides.
Yeah.
And then the CBR 500R
Yeah.
is powerful and refined, but might be a bit too much bike
Yeah.
for a newer rider.
Okay, so it sounds like they're going for balance here.
Yeah.
Not trying to be the most powerful or the fastest,
Right.
but a bike that can do it all.
Exactly. Yeah, very versatile.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So it seems like they've hit the mark.
Yeah, it's a good bike. It really does sound like a well-rounded machine.
Totally.
Yeah.
But one thing I'm wondering is
Yeah.
we're talking about how it's good on the street and the track.
Yeah.
What about actual racing?
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah, like,
The articles didn't really mention that.
yeah, they don't mention anything about
Yeah.
taking this to a competition.
Yeah.
Like, could someone race this?
Yeah, like an amateur racing competition.
Okay.
I mean, it's got the lightweight frame
Yeah.
and the handling's responsive, right?
Yeah, and that smooth power.
Yeah. That would be good on a track.
Yeah. So maybe it's not going to win any MotoGP championships, but for like someone just getting into racing,
Yeah.
that could be a good place to start.
Yeah, it could be like a dark horse, you know?
Right.
Yeah, we might see some R3s out there.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the specs
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like comparing it,
Yeah.
but what's it actually like to ride?
The real experience.
Yeah, yeah.
It's important.
Like, what does it feel like
Yeah.
to be in the saddle?
Well, they do talk about, gripping that narrow tank and like leaning into those curves.
Yeah, it sounds like you're really connected to the bike.
Yeah, one with the machine.
Yeah, and that's what you want, right?
Yeah, that feedback,
Yeah.
through the handlebars and the seat. Yeah.
It makes me think about like all the different kinds of riders
Yeah.
who would like this bike.
Yeah.
We've talked about beginners.
Yeah.
We've talked about experienced riders,
Yeah.
track day people.
Yeah.
But what about just like your everyday commuter?
Yeah, I think it'd be perfect for that.
Yeah.
Good fuel efficiency.
Yeah.
Comfortable for riding around town.
Yeah.
Plus, it just looks cool.
Yeah. Imagine showing up to work on this.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the performance.
Yeah.
We've got the looks.
Uh-huh.
We've got the versatility.
Yeah.
But the articles do list some drawbacks.
Right, because
No bike is perfect.
no bike is perfect.
Right. So what are some things that potential buyers should know about?
Well, one thing is it might not have as much power as some of the others,
Okay.
but honestly, that's not a deal breaker for everyone,
Right.
especially if you're new to riding.
Yeah, or if you're worried about fuel efficiency.
Yeah, exactly. Power isn't everything.
Exactly. Another thing is the rear tire is pretty narrow.
Okay.
So that could affect traction
Okay.
when you're really pushing it.
Yeah.
But for most people, especially if you're just riding on the street,
Right.
it should be fine.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay.
Anything else?
Well, it doesn't have some of those fancy electronic rider aids
Yep.
that you find on like the really expensive bikes,
Right.
like traction control and things.
Okay.
But, that's why it's cheaper.
Yeah.
It's meant to be affordable
Right.
and fun.
So you've got to know your priorities as a
Yes.
rider.
Yeah.
Speaking of fitting in,
Yeah.
how does the R3 fit into Yamaha's history?
Oh, good question.
Like, it's been around for a while.
Yeah, since 2015.
Yeah.
And they've updated it a bunch, over
Yeah.
the years to keep it competitive.
Yeah.
And so this 2024 model, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
all those years.
Of refinements,
Yeah.
all coming together.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And the articles mentioned that it's a big hit,
Yeah.
especially in the U.S.
Yeah. Especially in the U.S.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I think it's what we've been saying,
Yeah.
It just hits that sweet spot that a lot of American riders are looking for.
Yeah.
It's sporty, it's
Yep.
stylish,
Yeah.
but it's also practical
Yeah.
and affordable.
Like that all-American ideal.
Yeah. And, motorcycles are a big part of American culture,
Yeah.
freedom,
Yeah.
individuality, adventure.
Yeah, it's that open road feeling.
Exactly. The wind in your hair.
Yeah.
And the R3 just makes it possible
Yeah.
for so many people.
Okay, so we talked about how it performs.
Yeah.
But what about comfort?
Oh, yeah. That's important, too.
Yeah. Is it comfortable to ride?
Yeah, they talk about that. Like,
Yeah.
the riding position's fairly upright,
Okay.
which is good, especially for long rides.
Yeah.
You're not, like, hunched over.
Yeah.
They also talk about the seat being well padded
Okay.
and the engine's smooth so you don't get as much vibration
Okay.
and fatigue.
So it's sporty?
Yeah.
But comfortable.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up this part,
Okay.
I thought it'd be good to hit some of the FAQs.
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
The practical questions
Yeah.
that people might have.
Yeah. What are some you've seen?
Like how much does it cost?
Oh, that's the first question. Always, right?
Yeah.
So the 2024 R3
Yeah.
is $5,499,
Okay.
which is pretty reasonable for its class.
Yeah.
Good for people on a budget.
Yeah. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
What about beginners?
Yeah.
Is this a good bike to learn on?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
The articles all say it is.
Okay.
Again, it's that balance, The power's manageable.
Yeah.
It's lightweight. It's easy to handle.
So it's not going to
Yeah.
freak you out.
No, it's very forgiving.
Okay, good. I've got to ask this one.
Yeah.
Top speed.
Oh, everyone wants to know that.
Yeah. How fast can it go?
So top speed is around 180 kilometers per hour.
Okay.
Or about 112 miles per hour.
Okay, pretty fast. And does it come with ABS?
Yes, ABS is standard.
Okay.
Which is great for safety.
Yeah.
Make sure you can brake no matter what.
Yeah.
Especially for newer riders.
Okay. And last one.
Yeah.
How's the fuel efficiency?
So you can expect to get around 56 miles per gallon.
Okay.
Or 4.2 liters per 100 kilometers.
Okay, so not just fun to ride.
Yeah.
But good on gas, too.
Practical.
All right.
Yeah.
So we've covered a lot. Specs, features, competition, pros, cons.
Yeah.
Even some FAQs.
Yeah, we really went deep.
But I want to come back to something we talked about before.
Yeah.
Like what it's actually like
to
ride this thing.
That feeling.
Yeah. It's more than just numbers on a page.
Totally.
So let's dig into that a little bit more.
Yeah, let's get into it.
What kind of riding experience does it offer?
Well, think about what we've said, that smooth power delivery, the responsive handling, that connected feeling, the comfortable riding position.
Yeah.
All of that leads to, confidence and control.
So it's not just a fun bike, but a bike that makes you feel good about your riding.
Exactly. It inspires confidence.
Yeah.
Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out.
I like that. Confidence is key.
Yeah, confidence is key.
Especially on two wheels.
Especially on two wheels.
And that comes across in all the articles.
It does.
It's a bike that makes you want to push your limits.
Yeah.
And have fun doing it.
Exactly.
So it sounds like the R3 is a great balance of like performance, but also being approachable.
Yeah, for sure.
But you know what I was just thinking about?
Yep.
All the customization you could do.
Oh, yeah.
Like the aftermarket world for motorcycles is massive.
It's huge.
So I bet there are a ton of options for this thing.
Yeah, you could do like a new exhaust for a more aggressive sound. You could add some performance parts, maybe get some lighter components to make it even more agile.
I'm picturing like a custom paint job.
Oh, yeah.
Some cool decal.
Yeah, totally.
The possibilities are kind of endless.
Yeah, it's really like a blank canvas.
Yeah.
You can make it your own.
And that's what's cool about motorcycles.
Yeah.
They're so personal.
You can express yourself.
Yeah. So even though the R3 is already great.
Yeah.
Right out of the box.
Right off the showroom floor.
You can make it.
Yeah.
Something truly unique.
Yeah, something special.
All right. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Stepping back for a sec.
Okay.
The articles talk about how the R3 is super popular in the USA.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I think it's what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
It just hits that sweet spot for a lot of American riders. Yeah. Sporty and stylish. Yeah. But also practical and affordable.
Yeah, like that all-American ideal,
And, motorcycles have always been a big part of American culture. Yeah. Like freedom, individuality.
It's that open road, wind in your hair kind of feeling.
That's it.
And the R3 makes that possible.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
For pretty much anyone.
Oh, okay, so we've talked about how it performs.
Yeah.
But we can't forget about the feeling.
Right. The experience.
What's it like to actually ride this thing?
Well, smooth power, responsive handling, comfortable position, all of that adds up to a feeling of, confidence and control.
It's not just fun, but it makes you feel like a better rider.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can handle anything.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a confidence booster.
Yeah, confidence is key.
Yeah, especially on two wheels.
Yeah, and that's what really comes through in all the articles.
It does, yeah.
It's a bike that makes you want to push it.
It does make you want to push it.
And have fun while you're doing it.
Exactly. That's the main thing.
Oh, I think we've covered pretty much everything about the R3.
Yeah, specs, features, competition.
Pros, cons, the whole experience.
Yeah, even the cultural impact.
But no matter how much we talk about it,
nothing beats actually experiencing it.
You got to get out there and ride it.
So if you're interested in what you've heard today, do your own research.
Yeah, check it out.
We'll include links to all the articles.
Yeah, all the details will be there.
In the show notes.
So you can dive in.
And who knows, maybe the R3 will be the bike that starts your own adventure.
That'd be awesome.
All right. That's a wrap on our deep dive into the 2024 Yamaha R3.
Thanks for coming along.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
And until next time, ride safe.
And keep the rubber side down.